Greetings to all melanated people all around the world. It's really a joy, it's a blessing, it's a pleasure greeting you, being out there in nature, reaching out to you, embracing you, knowing that I'm bringing a message of truth to you, a message of peace, love, joy, happiness, contentment, a message that once you put it to practice in your life, you come into a place of prosperity, you will come into a place of abundance, because this is the true gospel, because the gospel is good news, and I'm teaching you the law of multiplication, how to multiply the 5 loaves, the 2 fishes, how to get into the conscious and the subconscious mind, and how to use the 5 senses, and how the 5 senses that you use it naturally, how you can use it into the world of the spiritual. And you've been admonished to worship God in spirit and in truth, because God is a spirit. Therefore you must discover your spiritual self and come to recognize and realize that you are a spirit having a human experience and not a human trying to be spiritual. So with that being said, my brother and my sister, I believe I would have laid the foundation there for you to speak to you concerning how to be above and not beneath. And in Deuteronomy 28, I think it is verses 12 to 13, it tells you about being above and not beneath, to be the lender and not the barren swan, and to have so much that you can lend to many nations, okay? Which is just speaking about different people. People all around you, you can give to them and so on. And you know, it doesn't have to just be money alone, it can be wisdom, because when you have wisdom, knowledge and understanding, then money have to follow you, okay? And if you don't believe that, just read 1 Kings chapter 3 with Solomon, and then you'll understand that. Okay, so with that being said, my brother, my sisters, now if you want to be above and not beneath, first thing you have to do, you have to come to the understanding, and you have to accept the fact that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, and that everything in the Bible is teaching you how to live a life of prosperity and contentment, and how to find the Creator in you, and how to create your reality consciously, and that without your own human imagination there isn't anything made that was made, and that your human imagination is the Creator, the invisible man. You have to also accept St. John 1 and 3, where it says all things was made by him. That him is a personification of your own human imagination. And without him, there isn't anything made that was made. My brothers and sisters, there isn't anything in this world that was made that wasn't first imagined. And there isn't anything else in this world that is ever going to be made that must not first be imagined. So basically, my brothers and sisters, if you're going to live above and not beneath, you have to practice the single eye. You have to practice seeing through the eye of God, seeing through the eye of imagining. You have to also embrace and accept your creative power, which is the power of imagining. Also, my brothers and my sisters, you have to reject the historical Christ that they brainwash you with, because there's no God that is existing outside of you. And everything in the Bible, nothing in the Bible is literal. It is all allegorical. The entire Bible is symbolic. So my brother, my sisters, you have to come to realize that the Bible is not literal. Neither is it secular history, so you cannot interpret it that way. Because if you interpret it as secular history, you'll always be living beneath. And you'll be taking your money and give it to someone else and thinking that you can give God tithes and offering, when God is a spirit and God is invisible. And everything that you see in this world, it was first invisible and it's been made visible. Even the very money that you're paying, that you call tithes and offering, it was once invisible and now been made visible. It was first a thought. It was first imagined. So the Creator doesn't need the creation, because the creation comes out of the Creator. So you are the perceiver, and the things that you would manifest is only the perception being manifest before you. So my brother and my sisters, what I'm saying to you is that we as melanated people, as long as we do not accept that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, we will always be living under a curse. And we will be believing in a God outside of our own selves, and therefore practicing idolatry. And when you practice idolatry, you're bringing yourself under a curse. That's the reason why the same Deuteronomy 28 tells you from verses 15 what will happen to you if you do not accept that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. It teaches you that you will be under curse and you will be living in slavery, mental slavery. That's the reason why many of us melanated ones, we are more of the employee than the employer, because you are taught to have an employee mentality. But Deuteronomy 28 verses 12 to 13 is the same thing as Matthew 6:33, which says you must seek first the kingdom of God. And then Luke 17:21 tells you where to find the kingdom of God. Luke 17:21 tells you that the kingdom of God is within you. So the first thing in this life, or the first achievement in this life, is self-discovery, self-realization, knowing who you are. Because if you do not know who you are, you would not know what kind of power that is inside of you. You wouldn't know how powerful you are, and you wouldn't know that you can create your reality consciously. That's the reason why Matthew 6:33 tells you that when you search for this kingdom first, and you discover the kingdom of God first, that all these things will be added unto you. It is teaching you that you would discover the secret of creation. You will understand how everything comes into this world. You will understand how money comes into this world. Food, clothing, shelter. And you will also understand the creation story, which is teaching you how everything comes from thoughts to manifestation. And how when you understand it, you will come into Sabbath. You will come into rest, because when you manifest that which is your desire and you see it manifest in your world, and you realize that you can create your world, and you can create your world consciously. When that desire is being manifest, you no longer have the desire. It's just like when a man and a woman come together for sexual purpose and also for procreation. Because the procreation is the manifestation. It was first a thought. And when you see the child, whether is it a boy or a girl, for example, if it's a boy you wanted, when your wife already bring forth, you no longer have a desire for that same boy that you wanted all the time, or that same girl that you wanted, because the desire has already been fulfilled. The prophecy has already been fulfilled. The vision has already come to pass. That's the reason why Habakkuk tells you, even if the vision tarry, you must wait. So my brother and my sisters, when you learn that the Bible just says the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically, and you start to use your mind power to create your reality consciously, you have to learn to wait. That's the reason why you've been admonished how to pray. That when you pray, you must say, Father, I am so glad that you have answered my prayer, because you always answer me, because you understand the Father to be your own human imagination, the creator in you. And then Matthew 6:6 tells you that you must enter into your closet, your secret place of meditation, and close your eyes. Your eyes, you refer to your eyes as the door. The door is the gateway to your soul. And see things through the mind of God, through the eye of God. And when you see things through the eye of God, you see the things through the eye of faith. Because you understand that everything that you see in this physical world, it was once invisible. That's why there's an invisible you. Thus the reason why the Bible tells you that He chose you in Him before the foundation of the world. Because you're a spirit, just having a human experience. So everything you see in the world is spiritual. So money is spiritual. Having abundance is spiritual. Because everything in this world that you're seeing, it was for spiritual. So all I'm doing, I'm just teaching you how to operate in faith. Because what is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What is teaching you that everything came from the unseen to the seen. So you have to have faith or loyalty or belief or trust in the unseen. You have to have trust in your own human imagination. You have to believe in your own human imagination and believe your human imagination to be God, and there's no other God. There's only one creator. Because if you believe there is only one God, then you have to believe also there is only one creator. And if you believe there is only one creator, then you have to believe also that there is only one creative power. And the only creative power there is in this world is the power of imagining. So my brothers and my sisters, if you want to be above and not beneath, you have to start to use the single eye. You have to start to see things through your mind's eye. You have to start to see things through the mind of the God that is within you. That's the reason why Matthew 6:22 tells you if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. That's why at this time I want to give you the sign of Matthew 6:22, where it's speaking about the single eye and how to see things through the single eye. Where it says, if your eye be single, your whole body will be full of light. It is speaking about having an awakened imagination. And when you have an awakened imagination, you come to realize without the sun, the S-U-N, there is no life. And that the sun is the light of the world. And without the human imagination, there isn't anything made that was made. And that everything in this world was first imagined, it was first a thought. So that being said, my brothers and sisters, I want to thank you very much. I want to encourage you to support my ebooks so that I'll be able to print them in hard copy, that people can read them wherever they are, wherever in the world they are, that our people may rise up, that our people may wake up and live above and not beneath. So that being said, I want to say peace, love you, I'm out.